Smoke like 30 J's a day.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you function?
Because I don't inhale.
So have you ever been approached by the Illuminati? Because you talk about the Illuminati a lot.
Yeah.
Hi Fathomers. They let Amelie out of the basement, so you know I had to come back too. So like this episode just confirmed some things for me, and I'm going to list them from most to least likely before we start. 1. Amelie is innocent and not in the council with wheat and the other grains. 2nd, Amelie knows Marinette is Ladybug. 3rd, Adrien might not be as stupid as we think, and Alan might be suspecting things. No, like if you've been watching me for a while you'll know I've been waiting for this moment years now. Like it almost doesn't feel real that they made an episode with Amelie in it. The drought really got me. Mind you, the last Amelie sighting was 3 years ago, and with 0 mentions of her in the London special or in season 6 so far, I was fully convinced they forgot about her completely. But she's back and ready to end these frauds, and that's on me manifesting. This is so emotional. So let's get into it. When I say into it, I don't mean me and her with my strap. Bro, I need to be stopped. I haven't even started the review yet and I'm already being unclassy. The premise of this episode is Adrien wants to film a little documentary with the help of Nino, where he just asks people who knew Gabriel questions about his character because he feels guilty for not being able to see him in the way everyone else is, worshipping him like some kind of hero when all he remembers is a cold, abusive piece of shit. And he's hoping to find some kind of closure through these people's perspectives. We get another little snippet of one of his therapy sessions with Miss Ginger, and he vents about how Gabriel never paid attention to him or his interests and decided everything for him, how he wasn't allowed to go to school or have friends or love who he wanted. Now, I don't know how young we're talking, because did Emily not let you go to school or have friends either? Oh, and yes, he realizes that even letting him quit modeling wasn't what it seemed at first, because he kept exploiting him and using his image for something even worse, and he had no say in it. Oh baby, your life is messed up. This is heartbreaking. I need a moment. Like, how much more can you possibly go through? Oh, also we find out through these little flashback images that he's the one who destroyed Gabriel's statue that they were talking about rebuilding in Mr. Agrest.
I'm sorry, I forgot the camera is even on. I had like a little moment. That's... wow. Wow.
This gag, no, like I didn't think they would bring it up again, let alone reveal who vandalized it. This is crazy. Now, speaking of statues, are we ever going to find out what happened to that Emily statue? The therapist is honestly not good for Adrien if you ask me, because she's not even saying anything of value to validate his feelings or anything about his father, just pulling up this fuck-ass frog puzzle with one missing piece, talking about, oh, you just need to find the missing piece to have a clear picture of your father. Girl, he just opened up to you about how he was exploited by the man everyone wants to believe is a hero, and you don't even say anything comforting at all? I guess, shouldn't she tell him how even if Gabriel did one quote-unquote heroic thing, it doesn't erase the abuse? Is her license real? I don't think she'll be any help to Adrien, especially if she's biased, because this is Gabriel we're talking about. Come to think of it, would any therapist be helpful if he opened up about how his father treated him? You know, since they're all brainwashed, all except a new therapist that kinda looks like Leola, because it is, thinking, oh, if we don't get this. Marinette is freaking out at the idea of this documentary, because how could anyone say anything good about Gabriel to convince Adrien he wasn't a piece of shit so he can feel even the slightest bit better? You just gotta find those people if they exist. Marinette funny as hell for this, like, put a filter on them foul. They wanna start by asking Nathalie, and Marinette immediately goes to warn her about this, saying she's going to be her stylist for the documentary. And spoiler, Nathalie didn't even change for the recording. Anyways, Marinette gives us a recap of everything Gabriel has done, and you better hope these walls are soundproof, because she's being loud as hell. Yes, he destroyed the world with his evil accomplice Miss Tsurugi, and one more accomplice that you refuse to bring up, who's right in front of you. No, like, I'm sorry, did the writers forget Mayura existed? Are they trying to gaslight us? Like, if we talk about accomplices, let's talk about his day one, who's right in front of you. Chill as hell right now as you're freaking out. Nathalie doesn't give a shit, like, baby, are you here with us? She smoked something before this. And she ends the recap with reminding us his pancakes were bland. Okay, anything else? And Mayura, did you forget, or are you not bringing her up on purpose so Nathalie doesn't throw you out the window? Marinette already doing too much. Nathalie genuinely pissing me off. There's no way you're this calm about this. Talking about how his parents' biggest wish was having a kid like that's now what we're asking you on foul. Also Adrien's face during this whole scene. Yo, some people were saying how it seemed like he really wasn't buying any of this and that there's a chance he already know all of this is a lie and he's just trying to see how far they'll take these lies. Someone brought up that one scene in Yaxi Cousin with Adrien dumbly smiling at the trio in Marinette's room, jumping around trying to find the rings and just talking doo-doo because there's no way Adrien took any of that seriously. Mashed potatoes, like what are we saying? Back to the Nathalie interview. Adrien says he grew up alone and Nathalie goes yeah, but he did everything out of love. Marinette really thought it was over, but Adrien is still not convinced and wants to interview Tomoe next. Lord help us. She transforms and flies to Tomoe to tell her Adrien is about to come to her with questions about Gabriel. I'm sorry, did she think Tomoe would expose herself like that? All this talk about yeah, you better not say anything suspicious because then he'll know you were his accomplice, and Tomoe gagging her saying they're both accomplices technically. Oh messy. Yes, Marinette, growing up with an abusive criminal mother out of prison is better than growing up with an abusive criminal mother in prison. What the hell, sure. It's time for the interview and we find out Tomoe is lactose intolerant. Marinette serving her coffee with 15 different dairy products in it the next day. Tomoe, I'm bored, let's go get pizza. She'll be on the toilet for the next week. Chrysalis will have to do everything by herself. Marinette is doing everything to finish the interview as quickly as possible and it's so tense and awkward, holy shit. Tomoe barely able to say yes when Marinette asked if Gabriel is really a hero because wow, so tragic how you were kidnapped and he dropped everything to save us from Monarch. Queen, calm down, you've only interviewed 2 people so far and the interviews in question only lasted a minute each. Adrien reveals he has an aunt because somehow Marinette knew everything about Adrien and had presents ready for his next 50 birthdays but forgot he has an aunt somehow. Yeah, I guess she and Nathalie completely forgot about Amelie's existence in the London special. Wow. And yes, Amelie is moving to Paris.
It's the best day ever.
Bitch, I've been praying for this every day since season 5 leaks came out. I kept saying there's no reason for her and Felix to stay so far away from everyone else in the show. Now they have no excuse to forget about these 2 again, period. And the moment I've been waiting for. My baby Yong, she looks so kind. The real estate agent says the other guy who was looking at the house didn't show up, and right when she's about to sign, his ass runs in there and takes it because apparently the real estate agent doesn't allow pets, and Amelie says she might get a cat so she won't be lonely when Felix moves out.
I'm sorry, I forgot the camera's even on. I had like a little moment. That's wow. Wow.
Guys, I'm so sad. Amelie is a cat lady. Thank God she didn't say she wants a bunny because I don't think I could handle that. If you know, you know. If you don't, watch this video. But this fugly misogynistic real estate agent sides with a fugly freak who said he hates pets. Oh, she deserves to shoot 10 men a day. She gets a call from Marinette, and this is where I'm really confused. Because this whole scene is really giving she knows this is Ladybug, like hello? Okay, this is why I think Amelie knows. For one, how did Marinette get her number and how did Amelie immediately know it was her? She picked up and immediately said her name. Was her number already in her contracts? Didn't Marinette just remember Amelie exists? How are they so chill with each other? A real lady never lies. Oh, clock it, mother. This Ladybug shade. Marinette says she should focus on the good aspects of Gabriel in this interview and not talk about the bad ones, but Amelie is not here to play. Oh, my favorite Miss Anders, she clocked this man's tea. He destroyed your darling sister's life. Please tell me more, I'm so intrigued. The concept of Amelie hating Gabriel even more, thinking about how everything was his fault and he's the reason she died. Like he put a spell on her. Oh mother, you're so right. If you think about it, Gabriel is the reason Amelie died. Amelie doesn't want to do this interview and lie, but Marinette pulls out the puppy eyes and Amelie gives in. This is so cute. Hello? Marinette prompts her to list any qualities Gabriel had and she laughs. Oh wow. This whole sequence of Amelie talking shit and Marinette completing her sentences to twist it into something positive is sending me like, you can't tell me Amelie doesn't know. Surely there's something we're missing here. This can't be their first interaction. Adrien sitting there smiling calmly while this is going on around him. How is this your face after your aunt called your dad harsh and said he was ready to abandon you? He gotta be acting like there's no way. He's not even reacting, reading the room. Adrien is not dumb, I'm sorry. Nothing about this woman's demeanor says she likes Gabriel or said anything positive about him just now. She's about to rip that chess piece in half out of anger. Marinette decides Nino's camera ran out of battery and they gotta go. And Adrien still got that dumbass smile on his face like he wasn't here with us the past 2 minutes. Adrien now decides to put on a friend face again because there's one more person he wants to interview. Marinette sis, you gotta put on a filter, we can't keep doing this. How will he get Ladybug's number? That's what I just asked about you. How the hell did you get Amelie's number and how did she know it was you? Right, Amelie sees the ugly hoe from earlier who got the house with a dog and calls him out. Say goodbye to the little lady. Oh, now I'm mad. Get them banned.
Get them banned. We don't do that here. Oh, now I'm pissed. Find out who that is, get them banned. We don't do that. I ain't the one, baby. I take no disrespect.
Is this not misogyny? Like, I'm sorry, this doesn't make sense. How the hell was he planning to hide this big ass dog from the real estate agent? Bye. Did this guy really give a shit about pets in the house, or was he already in on this and knew the guy had a dog? No, because where the hell was this dog in question? Was he late because it took him too long to tie him up to a tree branch so he won't run away while he goes to sign the papers? Yeah, no, this is fishy. Oh, Amelie should have beat his ass with a bat, and my baby gets akumatized because her whole day so far has just been lies on lies. She's so tired of injustice and villains passing for heroes.
So beautiful inside. Man, you crazy as hell in a good way. Funny, super funny. But people don't know this. They don't know how giving you are. But they know how mean you are. Me too.
Oh, she knows he was monarch and you can't convince me otherwise. Leela getting to know her before showing up to her doorstep to convince her she's her long-lost daughter, who remembers that fake season 6 Bible. You will always be famous. When will Lisa get her check on who is voicing Chrysalis this time? Anyways, she tells her there's nothing she can do about injustice and it's either she lets others ruin her life or she ruins their life. My baby knows it's not black and white and she probably wouldn't have given in if someone was here to talk her out of the akumatization. Oh, I don't know, maybe Felix. No, because where the fuck is he? This interview would have been 10 times messier if he was there too. Imagine. Like, you have one Amelie who doesn't accept bullshit and Felix who's probably also smiling awkwardly, gritting through his teeth about how great Gabriel must have been at designing or some shit. He was so great at threatening. And Marinette jumps in like to give people jobs in the fashion industry. Like, sure. Also remember how people were freaking out over the title Lady Chaos because they thought Marinette was getting akumatized here? Yeah, no, I knew it wouldn't be that, not in this episode at least. You had to be there when I found out this was Amelie's episode. Foul. 10 people tagging me. Meanwhile I was in class unable to freak out. So the lady in her name comes from her lady title and has nothing to do with Ladybug. Or is it? Also not sure where the chaos part came from because this whole time we've been mad at liars. Maybe if the guy was like, oh no, we can't give the house to you, you'll bring chaos with the cat girl. I don't know. Like chaos? I guess. Not sure what Leela was thinking when she came up with this villain persona and concept, but whatever. She was so happy to half-ass this akumatization. Also, everyone is freaking out over the lack of Leela in this episode, but something tells me she was in Tomoe's house already, or Tomoe told her about the interview and she may have even followed them to meet Amelie, hence the butterfly immediately after the guy pissed her off and walked off. Oh, mother serving body and nails. She was so happy to look a mess. Carapace calls Ladybug to pitch the documentary to her and Marinette comes out with some bullshit that she has to check the pipes in Adrien's bathroom. Girl, just say you have to go piss. Why do you have to look guilty as hell every single time? Like, since when do you fix pipes? Anyways, she calls Ella and asks her to make a Ladybug illusion and come up with something nice to say about Gabriel so Adrien can feel better about his dad. Ella is not fucking with this because obviously obviously. God, it's so crazy to see how easy lying has become to Marinette. I'm so fucking scared. Ella doesn't wanna be the one to lie and proposes making an illusion of Marinette instead so she can transform and lie instead, but Marinette doesn't wanna risk Adrien touching her and finding out that's an illusion. Again, you better pray these walls are soundproof as hell or you're cooked, baby. Like, you're not exactly quiet, and she did talk to Adrien through the door a minute ago, so Marinette lying so easily that she doesn't know the full story either, even though she was there when Gabriel died because she was unconscious. Marinette, may the Lord be with you when the truth comes out, because I don't know who else will be. Random, but I love finally seeing Marinette's hair the color it was supposed to be from the start. Like, yes, Ravenhead, no more blue net bullshit. Amelie starts hitting men as she should. She also makes the real estate agent gay, so, oh mother, I knew you were an ally.
She did it.
I did that.
Did it all, bitch.
I did that.
She gets it.
I do it every time.
Hello?
Come see me.
Yes! I love her.
Rena makes the illusion of Ladybug and says she's on patrol right now, so she's in a hurry, which is funny because Adrien should question this given he should know when the team is on patrol, right? I feel like he should be questioning this. Adrien asks her how heroic Gabriel must have been during his final moments since she was there to witness it too. She says it's a blur to her because she was badly injured, which does align with what she said in the London special, and that he told her he hopes Adrien will forgive him for being such a harsh father. Baby harsh is an understatement. That man was jumping on every opportunity to exploit that child. But yeah, let's settle on him simply being harsh and doing everything to protect him. Her lying that he said he loves Adrien too, and that bright look in his face. I need a minute. The concept of this episode is just, girl, I'm bored, let's gaslight Adrien. Like, this is crazy, right? Also, did this frame not remind anyone else of Chloe and Leela in Collision? This is scary like. Anyways, did no one see Rena get rid of the Ladybug illusion? Marinette pretends to get a call from her mom so she can leave, and I won't say it again. It's become like second nature for her to lie at this point, like we're full on seeing morally gray Marinette now. She was so happy to lie. Rena says she hated lying to Adrien and makes her promise not to ask her anything like this again. Oh, these revelator nachos. Like, there's no way Ella is not at least a little suspicious after Marinette asked her to lie like this when she could have just made up an excuse to go home, like she just lied to leave anyway and transformed to do this interview. And the way she begged Ella to do this, if Ella doesn't start questioning her after this, especially since they still haven't sat down to talk about that day and what really happened when Gabriel died. I don't know if it's because there's not much Ella screen time this season so far, but I feel like they're not really as close as they used to be. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like these lies are also taking a toll on Marinette's friendships by making her isolate herself and go all paranoid, thinking about all the ways she or other people who know the truth could mess up and have Adrien find out. She spends so much time going insane she's full on morally gray now just so Adrien will be happy? Question mark. Not knowing the extent of how evil his dad was. Yet, she apologized and Rena lets it go, but I really hope Ella thinks about this more, because no matter how you look at it you can't not think of this request as suspicious. Oh look, Amelie made the cops crazy as hell. Zero difference to how they were before, especially the gender. Oh, Akub Queen, she said fuck these cops. Amelie, I would gladly become your agent. The agent of your fingers. Okay, that's enough. Chatnoir gets hit when they get the Akuma, and the first thing Amelie sees vulnerable and confused on the ground is a big ass cataclysm brewing her way. I would have shat myself. Especially liars, right Ladybug? Rena is so messy for this gravelator all over again. Ladybug gives Amelie a bag charm for her Prada bag and they all pound it. I wanted to see Amelie in this too. All this fucking frog is demonic and someone needs to set it on fire. Adrien cataclysm that statue is Gabriel, no problem, but he still got that haunted ass frog? For a solid 5 seconds too, like we see it. Adrien and Marinette are rewatching the Ladybug segment of the documentary and Adrien says for the first time it feels like he know his father. Girl, he was so happy to be gaslit. Marinette saying she's so happy this is over. Adrien can't be that dumb. He asks her to draw his dad smiling now that they both know him better so he can hang it up, because apparently there's not a single picture of him out there not looking stern. The concept of this. Back in Marinette's room, Tiki talks some shit and I wanna slap her.
Target locked. Target locked.
Like why is she enabling this? Now Adrien made peace with the memory of his father. Yay sunshine and rainbows, now you can get married. Why are you lying? Marinette's hand staying still and refusing to draw this man. Wow, I wonder what he would look like smiling. Speaking of married, this is the post-end card scene. Now how can there be a post-end card scene when there is no end card? Wait a minute, yeah, this isn't over and we should all be scared. Actually, I don't know about y'all, but I'm just happy if this means we'll see AMELIE and Felix again. They're looking at their new house and Felix is so happy to move back to Paris. I'm sorry, back to Paris? When did you ever live in Paris? Are we going to address this? Mind you, it's the same in the Portuguese and the English dub. AMELIE says it's the right time, especially since Ladybug lied to keep Felix's fiancée tilde copyright ease mom out of prison. My timeline was a mess when people caught on this line because what the hell are you talking about? Fiancée tilde copyright e? Yeah, no, Thomas Astrayuk came on Twitter the next day to clarify it wasn't that serious. Like obviously the 14-year-olds aren't engaged. Girl, I'm bored, let's play with Barbies. They were so happy to get engaged at 14. I guess AMELIE just likes Kagami that much and already refers to her as his fiancée tilde copyright e? Wait, that's so cute. Can we see AMELIE and Kagami bonding please? I will give you whatever you want. AMELIE who wants a kitty and loves Kagami and already feels like a future mother-in-law. She says the truth always comes out and Adrien will need their support. Okay, so, that's literally how it ends, for now. Like I said, there's no end card, so that's suspicious enough, but AMELIE saying this makes this feel very different from most episodes. Like, are we getting a continuation? Is it Heart Fixer? Everyone already freaking out over that because Marinette is getting akumatized, but I'm already suspecting the akumatization in question is clickbait and it will probably last 2 seconds, but let me not speak too soon because this might age terribly. Or not, because how is she getting akumatized halfway through the season and then we go on like nothing happened? Is Heart Fixer the finale? Doubt it. But anyways, we'll be talking about Heart Fixer next week. Lady Chaos ticked off my miraculous wish list because we finally got an AMELIE focused episode, kind of. Well, barely. Not a single mention of Cold Fathom, and not a single interaction between her and Nathalie.
Snatch off the wig. Oh.
Do you wanna die? Now, AMELIE on Liars and Injustice. I've seen a lot of people criticize her because of the hypocrisy of knowing what Gabriel was like, but despite being the only other adult who could do something about this, she's just letting the lie go on. What are we expecting her to do really? Unlike Nathalie, who was his accomplice, she wasn't directly involved and she only knows what Felix has told her, which we don't know in detail either. Does she really know Marinette is Ladybug, or did I just assume that based on vibes? Was she mad at Marinette because she was asked to lie in that moment, or because she was asked to lie knowing what this girl said about Gabriel to millions of people? Could she really do something about this without destroying this little girl? It's really tricky. If she of all people tells Adrien he'll run away and jump off a cliff knowing everyone in his life is lying to him, since everyone is wondering if Adrien suspects he's being lied to and if he's playing dumb to see how far they'll take it, here's my 2 cents. I also feel like he's not as dumb as he's famous for being in the fandom. We've seen him feel guilty and question how it's possible that the man who exploited and abused him for so long can be this hero everyone's praising, and that maybe he's bad for not feeling the same as everyone else. Again, even the therapist didn't really validate his feelings on this and kind of tiptoed around the mention of how he exploited this kid, like, yeah, here's a puzzle, go find the missing piece. There's a possibility that he finds the way certain people act around him weird, but especially after this I'm kind of 50-50 on whether he knows he's being lied to and is just acting, or if it's just him not reading the room and thinking everything is normal. Is he pretending to believe all this? Let me know what y'all think. Like, this is really crazy. The concept of Adrien being the one to expose Ladybug. Like, how did he go from I refuse to see him as a hero and I'm destroying his statue to I wanna see him how everyone else sees him? Let Adrien hate that man. Adrien, be honest, are you seeing through everyone's bullshit, or are you gaslighting yourself to feel better? Like AMELIE's interview especially. There's no way he didn't think it was weird how it flowed and how Marinette would jump every 2 seconds after Amelie said something bad about Gabriel to continue it to make him sound good. And Amelie's body language too? You could cut through this tension with a knife. Now about Amelie and Marinette, because I found their interactions interesting as hell. Honestly, even after this messy ass interview, it doesn't really feel like Amelie dislikes Marinette. At least that's not what it gave to me personally. I don't know. Like she could have refused entirely or made up an excuse to Adrien that she's too busy, but she did it anyway. She really just doesn't fuck with liars and she stands by that. But like Ladybug isn't just any liar and she knows that. Maybe that's also why she's not exposing her. There are these two things that left me confused, not gonna lie. We still don't know what Amelie knows about Ladybug exactly because it's never explicitly stated other than that she lied. Because how was she so familiar with Marinette's voice, and when have they met before this to be this chill with each other? You tell me. And her going all at Marinette's puppy eyes #adorable. There being no end card, just Amelie and Felix in this dark ass house looking at the Eiffel Tower. What do we do? At least I know Mother is innocent and an ally to the gays, as we saw.
You're building the
Brand up.
You're not fucking
The brand. You're
building
the brand up.
and you are.
The CEO.
Innocent even though she low-key enabled her son to do crimes. Oop. And she's a man-hater, queen, probably asexual to notice how she didn't even bring up the possibility of a partner, but she was talking about a cat keeping her company. Like, I see you. Or maybe I just made some bullshit. You let me know. Now I can't wait for all the Amelie-centric fanfics. Everyone pick up your pens. Amelie standings are now wake up, and we better get a Marinette when we pick up from where we left off here. Is this everything I wanted from an Amelie-centric episode? Not really. Like, I really wanted more, but at this point I should probably be grateful they even gave her the time of day, because I literally got blocked by Thomas Astrayuk after asking for more Amelie screen time when the season 5 finale came out. This will never not send me. Amelie, come back to me soon. Don't leave us for another 3 years, I'm begging. Everyone manifest they'll keep her out of the Kaya basement. Maybe we can get Alex out of there too next. Still 7 out of 10 because Amelie is in it and I'm biased. Also for that gaggy ending scene and for the concept of Ella and Adrien suspecting Ladybug. Loses at least 2 points because they didn't let Amelie interact with Nathalie. That's all for today, queens. See you next week, and don't forget to spread Amelie propaganda.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. What have I done? I'm so sorry.
I can't feel my kid.
Crap! The tiger seemed like to be, you guys. I have bad nerves. I'm so sorry. Feel better, okay?